Hey everyone, today we are going to recreate some of DoorDash screens and cover Figma basics while doing that. Recreating screens is a practice that UX designers can use to improve their UI skills. I have divided the process into 8 topics and we will do all these things one after another. For the first topic, I have brought 3 screenshots of the DoorDash application. One is the home screen, of course, and the second one is the search with the store card and list of the store cards, and the third one is probably another search screen with food card list. And we will start from gathering the colors on the screen, and for that we will be using the color picker tool. Let's get started. So on the home screen, we see that it is by default pure white. We can still verify that by clicking the swatch where we want to add the color, hit I on the screen, on the keyboard, and selecting the color. It just shows the same background, same pure white code. So we will just keep it like this. For the next color in the second swatch, we are going to hit I or on the keyboard, or just click on the fill area and select the color picker icon and zoom in to select the color of this icon, or we can select from any of these places because all of these places use the same color. Next, what we are going to do is just select the hex code and add it right below the swatch. So we have 2 colors. Now selecting the third swatch, hitting I and zoom in to select the red color that is being used here, copying the hex code, adding it right here. Next, top navigation only is using these 2 colors, and this is the background color, of course. For the first swatch, hitting I on the screen keyboard and selecting this gray color, which is different than the black we chose above. So we are adding this too, selecting the color and adding this hex code here. So for this top navigation and the search area, we have gathered these 4 colors and the swatches are ready. Next, I'm going to choose the next swatch and hit I on the screen and see. So you are seeing that this area has 2 rows of icons, illustrations, I'll say, and one set has a slight background, grayish background behind it, and this one doesn't. And we are not going to pick all of these colors these illustrations are using because we will import icons or illustrations to make this area. So I'm just simply gonna select this gray color, copy it, the hex code, and place it here. Now for the next color, what I see is this divider. So I'm just gonna select the color, copy the hex code, write it, copy it right next to it. Next, what I'm gonna do is, so since this black color is the same that we are using above and same goes for this black color, I am going to simply just select this outline color. So selecting the right area where we want to add the color, hitting I on the keyboard and selecting the color. So for borders, we have this. Now we are seeing another section on the screen, which are gift cards. Like these are called cards. So starting with the base color, I can click here and select the color picker from here, and yep, I added the color here. One tip that I will share here is that while selecting a color in the small area, zoom in a bit and you will see that there is like this. Since we brought the pngs to copy, this image is going to be pixelated. So if you see very small area like icon or text, so aim for the center and choose the darkest color that is being used here. For the bigger area, just choose the center area and pick the color from here. It won't be an issue. And here I copied the hex code, and here for the next swatch I am hitting I. And this, yes, I was talking about this. So this is a small area. If I zoom it, you will see that this has a lot of colors. So I'm aiming for a center where I see some color and just clicking here and picking that color. That will be the closest color this screen is probably using. So I have added this color. Now I see, sorry, I clicked C instead of I. So I am seeing a button, an icon button, and with background color slightly darker than the grays we have selected above. So I'm gonna add this. And yeah, I am just make sure that you are copying the fill color, not the stroke is just added to show the difference between two sections of this swatch. And next, so this black, this heading is the same black we chose above, so I'm not selecting it again. Next portion, in the next portion I have these cards, and these cards have text and some colors. So I'm gonna go hit I and start from selecting this, zooming in, copying and adding here. For the next color, I see this yellow. I'm using space key on my screen and then keep my mouse to move it like this. Okay, I lost the screen. Yep, here it is. So I'm picking this yellow color, copying the code and adding it here. On this card, I'm seeing this black that I have already selected. This gray is slightly more darker than the ones we have already gathered from the other elements. So I am gonna collect this, selecting the hex code. And you can always go and verify if I have added this color or not. I forgot to add the color for this one, and I added the color code at the wrong place, so fixing that. Now these cards are same, so the colors we are choosing are going to be same. Now I see a bottom navigation. I'm selecting the area where I want to add the color, hitting I on this keyboard and selecting this red. Now you see that this color, this red, is slightly fresher than the one we chose there. Here we can see from the codes, but if there is any doubt, you can place both these together and compare if the colors are same or not, and eventually your eye will get trained to find these details and differences. Now selecting the next color, and I'm seeing a lightest red color here. So I'm adding the swatch, hex code right below the swatch. Okay, so this is fun part. So you see we have gathered this gray, and this is another gray, means these two grays are not same, and we have definitely not gathered this darker gray. So I'm just simply gonna gather it and add this like this. And from this screen I have gathered all of these colors. Now I'm gonna compare that if there are any other colors used in any of the other two screens. So the top navigation, this and this have same, means no new colors. This is also same, you can select, you can check the colors, but this black we already gathered it, and this red is the same red which we already gathered this. Now the top search area, these two screens have the same search area. This has tabs. So these tabs, you can see this color is same, and this color, we have two different colors. If you use the color picker to pick these colors, you will find that we have already gathered these shades of gray. So I'm not going to do this again. And for this screen, all other colors we have them, just this one this looks like we don't have it. So I'm gonna select the swatch area, zoom in and select, and just make sure that we already don't have this in design. We don't have this, so I'm just gonna keep it. And yep, that's it. We have gathered all of our colors here. Now the next step is that we are going to, you guys can skip this step, but it will be easy if you are just getting started. So it will be easy if you can just add where exactly this color is being used. So this white color was being used for the background. So I've added the name of the colors, mean the usage name, where exactly it is being used. So I'll turn them on from the component. Yeah. So this color I picked was being used on icons and the primary text. Anywhere there is the darkest text, it comes in this color, and this red color is being used, and this dot and this heart icon, and this gray color was being used for the placeholder state of text, and then this was for icon background, which illustration card, or uh, that color. And then this color I picked up from this divider, and you guys can read. I've used some abbreviation, like BG for backgrounds and the BN for bottom navigation. This is not for bottom navigation. Text over primary. So yep, secondary text, navigation, and yes, we have all these colors. Now next what we are going to do is just simply, you can keep a copy here or just bring them here, and I'm going to press shift A, or you can see this option of adding an auto layout, whichever way you want to go. Just apply the auto layout, and then we are just gonna select this setting, or you can select this setting, whichever you are convenient with. And yes, so why I applied them and the auto layout is that I want to organize these colors in a certain order, so I can name them properly and then save them in Figma. And so for that, I'm just gonna select my gray colors, the gray ones only, and click arrow and shift all of them to the left. So I've like randomly gathered all of these. So we know this color was the darkest one, so this goes to the rightmost. And then I'm gonna just simply organize these colors based on how dark the color is. So here I see these two colors are the dark ones, so I added them here and there, here. So among these, this one is the darkest, then this one, and then this one. These are similar. You can check by opening this which one is the darkest, closer to this position, and place it. But yeah, and white one will go to the left. Then we have this color, which is lighter than this. Then we have this color, which is lighter than this, and of course this one, which is more lighter. Okay, I think that there is a, like, I have placed these two colors twice. Okay, tag background was the same, so I'm deleting this one, same as I'm going to delete this one. And now we have these colors, and simply I'm just duplicating it. You notice I just organized the gray colors and deleting the others. It's just to make the process a bit easier. Now I'm deleting the gray one, And here I have some shades of red. I'm gathering all of them here. And this red was used for totally different purpose, but these were related. So I am just separating my primary colors and the feedback colors. So these colors were used as a feedback color, so I've separated them, and here we have these. This one is darkest, this one is second darkness level, this one is okay. These I think I duplicated the colors, so I'm just gonna go find the ones which I missed. So I think this is the color which I missed. These two have same background. It was not the case. Just gonna cross check this. Yeah, this one is lighter, so I'm gonna update it and then replace it here. Yep, so this is the order. I can now ungroup them. To remove the frame I just applied, and I prepared a section to organize them neatly so I can always find them. Just placing it at a certain position, and yep. I'm gonna do one more thing. So I have added the hex code, I have added the use that, from where I pick the color, so I can easily locate when I am actually making the screens, which I said that it is a totally optional step, but one step that we need to do is giving these proper names. Like I can't save this color as 181818, so I have given these names. I'll quickly walk you through it them. So once I have organized them in order, I'm gonna give them names. So these are all the gray shades of gray. This is not the pure black which we find right here in the corner. So it is gray, the darkest one. So instead of giving them finding names for each one of them, like this gray or slate gray, or you can try that, but I have found a convenient way of naming them. You can read more about it in the material design guideline. So I just started from 900 and reduced by 100 with each step. Then the color is getting lighter, and since I had 9 colors, so it stopped at gray 100. Same I did with the primary colors, and started from 500 and ended at 100. Now for the feedback palette, like feedback palette is the are the colors which are used other than the primary and secondary. So you can read more about it again in the material design or any other design system you are following. For now I just gave them names. Like green, it looked like green, so I gave it I called it green. This is yellow and this is red. So here we are concluding the section where we have gathered all the names of sorry, are the hex codes, all the colors we're gonna need to design those screen. Next step is saving them in the sticker sheet here. So since I have already written down the names here, it will be quite easy. So I will just simply select the swatch, go here in the right section, right panel, and here we have the plus sign, and right next to it is styles and variable icon. So these four dots, I'm going to click them and then click on the plus icon. And here by default there are two settings. Sometimes if you open it, it will open in the variable. You have to just make sure that it opens in the style. I'm just gonna paste the name gray/900, and if you want to, you can paste the usage here. So when you're working on the projects, this section can be used to define the usage. you can make a list, you can describe where exactly this color is going to be used and how exactly it is going to be used. So if there are even for in a solo designer, or especially when more than one person is working in a file, it is very convenient to understand what these colors are being used for. This slash, so this slash is going to help us make the groups in the section. So I'll quickly show you what happens if I add the slash. So you see all of these color has gray and the slash in the beginning. So I hit create style, and first I just click on any empty area. Now I see that in the gray color style section there is a gray heading, and under this there is a 900 color. Again, I'm gonna copy this name, select this swatch, go here. Now I have to add. Now style is selected, gray 800. I'm hitting this, and you see that the gray becomes a heading, which means that the slash makes it, divides it into the folders. So if I add more than one slashes, it will just start creating subfolders next to it. So you can practice that. So I'm gonna go quickly save all these colors using the same method. So I have saved these colors, and you will be able to see the gray section and the primary section here. Now I'm just quickly gonna conclude by saving these. So I'm calling it feedback palette, and I'm gonna copy the feedback section so I can repeat for all these three names: yellow and the red. And just like that, we are done with the color section of this tutorial. See you in the next one.